Hi guys, welcome along. This is 5 Minute Focus, Series 2, Episode 3. I'm Tony James. Thank you very much indeed for joining me today. Don't forget to hit subscribe on the button below. Right, we've been talking over the last couple of days about setting ourselves up for our goals for 2024. You might not necessarily have goals as per se. You might just have some things you're aiming to do. So don't worry about it if you don't fancy setting goals. But if you do, this is how we go about it. So we've asked a couple of questions over the last couple of days about looking at the past year and looking forward what you want to do. So you've got those ideas in place. So what you need to be doing now is setting some targets, some goals. What are you going to achieve? What is it you want to do? Now, you'll hear it in the corporate world, you'll hear it in the running world, you'll hear it all over. We always talk about these SMART targets. What are those SMART goals? Well, obviously, SMART is an acronym for something else, and we're just going to run through that just to remind you what SMART stands for and how that can be used in the running world in setting yourself a goal or target. If I mention marathon today, don't worry about it. Just insert whatever race duration or length you're aiming to achieve. I talk in marathons because that's what I like doing. But if you're looking to do a 5K, just insert the word 5K. Or if it's 10Ks, insert the word 10Ks or park run or whatever. Whatever it is for you personally. For me, it's marathons. So that's why I talk in marathons. But just insert your own distance in that equation. So my notes are down here, so please forgive me if I'm looking that way occasionally as I glance at the screen. So SMART, as you know, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So let's look at all those aspects of it. So that's what SMART stands for. Let's look at all those aspects for it. We'll give you an example. As I say, this is going to be a marathon. So the specific target, not the ocean, the specific target is to run, say, a half marathon in under 2 hours. Okay, so that's what we're going to say is the target for the year, to run a half marathon in under 2 hours. That's very specific. We've nailed it on. That's what the target is. Now, is it measurable? How will you measure this? How will you achieve that goal? What's a measurable part of that target? Well, you're going to track your running progress using GPS watch, whatever software you want to use, whichever watch you use. You're going to progress using that GPS watch and log each training session via a running app. Okay, so log it on your phone, get it on the app, and you can check, you can log it. You can see how you're progressing each week. You can see how you're going along. So there you are, you're measuring it. So you're not just looking at that under 2 hours at the end, you're measuring the progress. It's those little steps that we mentioned previously. Just take the little steps every so often and you can see your progress as you move towards that goal. So it's not just all out, that's it. We've got those little stepping stones, those little targets along the way. So that's measurable. Achievable. How are you going to achieve that target that you're aiming for? Well, in this case, in this example we've given you, you can gradually increase your weekly mileage, and incorporate speed workouts to build endurance and speed into your running, So building that endurance, building that speed, that's making it all achievable because you're putting that hard work in. And again, you can measure it on a weekly or monthly basis as you head towards your target. You see, it's making it achievable. You're making that target achievable. It's not just something you've pulled out of the air. You're making it achievable based on how you're tracking it, etc., and how you're going to do it. So is it relevant? Is that goal aligned with your running desires and your wants? Is it going to challenge you? Is that what you're looking for? You're just looking to challenge yourself going forward. So is it aligned to your mindset, basically? Let's get the mind right as well. It's not all physical, and especially running a marathon. What did he say? It's 20% physical, 80% mental. So you've got to get your mind in tune as well. And I've just lost my place. We'll go back to it. So the goal aligns with the runner's desires to challenge themselves, improve their endurance, and achieve a significant milestone in their running journey. So it's relevant to your goals and what you want to do with your running. And finally, we've said we want to run a half marathon in under 2 hours. That last bit, time bound, when do you want to do it? Do you want to do it in 2 years? Do you want to do it in 3 years? or do you want to do it in 6 months? Yeah, you've got to put that time element onto it. To complete the half marathon within 6 months provides a specific time frame to achieve that goal. Yep, you with me? So just by saying you want to run a half marathon under the 2 hours, you've got to break it down a little bit to make it into the SMART target by adding all those little elements to it, making it time bound, making it relevant, make it achievable. Don't overstretch yourself. Don't go stupid. As I said in a previous video, if you've only run 500 miles this year, are you going to run 2,000-3,000 miles next year? Yeah, you've got to think of it. It's got to be achievable. So there you go. Thank you very much indeed. That was today's 5-minute focus. I hope it's given you something to think about. Instead of just going out there willingly writing down what your goals are going to be, you're going to make those goals achievable and something you really can work towards. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Hit subscribe. I'll be back again with another episode of 5-minute focus very soon. Till then, keep running and stay safe.